And this is Revelation chapter 13 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So he wants to put that in you so that you can't do anything without him.
Right.
All right? Any brothers got anything to add?
This is John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly.
To destroy. This man is a destroyer. He is a waster. That's what his name means. Esau means Ashashuan in the Hebrew, I believe, which means he is wasted away. It is in his name. That's a nomen omen. It's in his name to do these things. See, that's back in the day. Names had a meaning. This guy right here, this devil right here with the horns, his name don't mean a damn thing. It don't mean nothing. Yahweh Shai, his name means he shall deliver. Yah meaning he, Washai meaning will deliver. He is the deliverer. The deliverer of what? The deliverer of his people, the chosen elect, 144,000. Zechariah 13 and 8. Baba Kushai, brother good. 144,000 men that he chose, that never, brothers read, that didn't take that knee, didn't bow that knee to Baal, which is the devil, and was founded from the beginning of the world. Okay? So brother got that?
Zechariah 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
That third is the 144,000 elect men of Yashar Allah. That's the Paleo Hebrew of Israel. That's how you say Israel in the Paleo Hebrew. Okay? The 2/3, that two parts of that whole, you got a whole pie, you break it down into thirds, you take 2 parts of that, and that's the 2/3 of our nation, the wicked souls of our nation.
So, like, if I
Go
may
ahead.
just to correct, the 1/3 is not just the 144,000; it's also the large multitude as well.
Kind. So it's the 144,000 and the large multitude that will be delivered up in those days. Delivered by who? By Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Why Yahweh?
The deliverer.
By Hashem Yahweh Shai. So go ahead, brothers.
Verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined. Get Isaiah 48 and 10, Baba Kashah. It says, I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined and will try them as gold is tried. Now going back to what I spoke about earlier, that wind, all right, that which represents that tribulation, that, you know, the things that we have to go through to prove ourselves, to prove to the Lord that we're worthy to be joint heirs and receive the kingdom, right? Because that's what the 144,000, that's what their walk is about. Their walk is about following after, Yahweh Shai, and conquering death and conquering the flesh, man. So the Lord is going to use these different things that we go through to try us, man, to basically purge away the things that are unwanted about us. You see? Now, it says here how he's going to deliver the 1/3 and try them through the fire, right? Read Isaiah 48 and 10, Baba Kashah.
This is Isaiah 48 and verse 10. Behold, I have refined thee,
Yep.
but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
See, the Lord declared the end from the beginning. So the Lord is saying in the end, I'm going to make you better by putting you through shit. In so many words. So the things that we go through, the scriptures tell you how these things they don't even compare to the glory that we're going to get. And that's why it's okay. That's why you have to rest in the scriptures. That's why the Lord said, come here and find rest for your souls. Because once that fire comes and the Lord is taking you through something, he's abasing you, he's bringing you down to take you through things to build you back up. it's worth it, man. You find comfort in going through it because of the scriptures. You be like, okay, it's written. That's what a comfort is. It is written. Man, this was written. It's like, oh, it was written. You know? You have something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Romans 12. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
Right.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as the Most High hath dealt to every man the measure of faith.
See, Apostle Paul is speaking about the mind. He's speaking about thinking. That's why that shows you the importance of the mind, of having your mind in order. Because what Esau is doing, these enchantments, they're working on your minds. That's why he putting all these stickers up everywhere, right? You're seeing all these goddamn signs and stickers and commercials, right? Everywhere you go, you see the mask, because that's reinforcing a narrative on your mind.
That's why it says in Romans 12 and 2, be not conformed to this world.
Yeah.
But be transformed. How do we transform ourselves? By dipping our spirit. Our mind is our spirit. I mean, is our spirit, our souls. Dipping our souls into the word.
That's right.
That's how you get baptized. You renew your mind through this word.
Right.
That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
Because the elect, they have their mindset, and then the world has a mindset of its own. Pretty much anybody in this world, they pretty much generally have the same type of mindset. You know, they believe that women are God's greatest gift to earth. They believe that life is all about family and working. It's pretty much the same old shit that the people in the world believe, man. So the Lord had called us into a separate path to, renew our way of thinking, because our way of thinking has been polluted and tainted since we came out the goddamn womb.
We fell off.
We fell
off. We worshipped all these idols, these abominations, Queen of Heaven, Baal. We took all these oaths. The Lord said, don't take oaths. You got all these Greeks out here. You got little secret societies. You got rappers out here that take oaths. You got doctors that take oaths, the Hippocratic oath. And that's an abomination. That's there's a scripture on taking oaths. The Lord said, don't do that.
Right.
Don't take no oath.
But that's pretty much what swearing against the Lord.
Swearing.
I want to say.
God.
Yeah. And shit, when you read in Revelation 17 or 18, talk about how Babylon would have the souls of men, it'll have your damn mind. In my study Bible on Isaiah the 47th chapter, starting at verse 12, it tells you, the title says how Babylon's enchantments would not work. Matter of fact, can we go there real quick? Isaiah 47 and start at 12.
And I got this precept for the oath. This is James, book of James, chapter 5 and verse 12. But above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by the earth, neither by any other oath. And it says any other oath because this is an oath. When you take the oath of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you're swearing that when you come into this thing, ain't no way out, man. It's blood in and blood out, man. Once you take this walk as an Israelite, you better keep walking or else you're going to be destroyed. And it reads, neither by any other oath, but let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. And that's a lot of our people, they waffle in greatness.
Right.
They told the line of, I want to be there, but I don't want to be there.
Right.
We had a guy that came up last week. He's towing the line, if not just being a straight up devil, or demon. He doesn't know whether, been talking about he's been in the truth for 3 years. You ain't been in the truth for 3 years, man. You waffling, man.
If he is, then he hiding in a napkin, man.
You hiding it, yeah.
Hiding it in
Right,
a
kind. If you think you are, you're hiding your talent in a napkin. You're not making your body a living sacrifice, man. You're not coming out here and sacrificing for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You're not showing and proving, man. You're not walking like you walk it, and talking it like you talk it. Okay?
That's right.
You know.
Read that again, Baba Kashaf,
Okay.
from the top of that verse.
This is the book of James, chapter 5 and verse 12.
Uh-huh.
But above all things,
Above all things, go ahead.
above all, my brethren,
Uh-huh.
swear not, neither by heaven,
Right, because Jake loved to say, on God,
on my mama,
on my mama.
on everything.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there. I put that on everything. I put that on God. On God. Go ahead.
Neither by the earth, neither by any other oath,
Right.
but let your yea be nay, yea, Salaki. But let your yea be yea, and your nay, nay.
And that's part of the separation too with the world and us. See, the world, they don't like yays and nays. They like maybe, I'll try, I'll think about it, I might. All of that great shit, like you said, it's a whole bunch of great shit, man. Which, that's a very feminine spirit. And we know that we're in a feminine society because women are on that shit. They don't like to commit. They don't like to say yes or no. You know what I'm saying? Read that again.
Neither by any other oath, but let your yea be yea, and your nay, nay, lest ye fall into condemnation.
Right, because Yahweh Shai said that anything other than yea or nay is evil communication.
That's right.
Because basically when somebody says anything other than yes or no, they're leaving a way for deception. They're leaving a way to escape route. Well, I didn't tell them I was going to do it, so that way I cannot do it.
Escape plan.
It's an escape plan. It's wickedness. You already plotting in your mind an evil deed or evil thought, man. You see? Because when you say yes, I will, or no, I want, now it's a masculine. If you're a man, I ain't talking about women, but if you're a man, now you have your word to stand on. Because a long time ago, a man's word was everything. A man stood on his word, man. If you tell another man, brother, I'm going to be, especially if you shook on it, your ass better do what the hell you said you was going to do, man.
That's right. And that's what this devil is doing. He's funneling everybody. Because in this society, you can do that. You can waffle and you can toe the line and be in a gray ass area and still get by. But this devil is funneling everybody into one situation. Either you take this microchip or we're gonna destroy you. And it is messed up because if you take that microchip thinking that you're gonna save your life, then you're gonna be destroyed by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, by the one true power. But if you resist that microchip, that chip, that temptation, the mark of the beast, then you will get, what's the scripture that said, something about if we don't love not our lives.
Don't you get it?
If you can,
Yeah.
So step.
But see,
Go ahead.
I want to make a point real quick too, because that's a part of Esau's gray area. Esau pushes that gray area because it promotes confusion. When you don't either say this or that, that creates a whole bunch of confusion.
This is Babylon,
You know
the
what I'm
land
saying?
of confusion.
Exactly.
Babylon means confusion.
If I can say something real quick, he's doing that same thing with the baby sword.
Got it for you.
He's doing the same thing with the baby sword, with Pfizer and Moderna, all that, man. They're not going to be held accountable for the things that happen to you when you take these things.
Right.
That's that gray area.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to save you. It's 95%, effective.
Right.
All right, but all these things, as soon as you take it, all these things happen to you, man. Your one side is lumped down. You can't use one side anymore, man.
Right.
All right, you go shaking like you're having a seizure, man. Hey, man, they're not liable for those things, man.
Right.
They're not gonna pay you back for what's gonna happen to you, man. That's that gray area, okay? That Esau set up, man.
Gray area, gray soul.
Yeah.
Going in front of us. Soul.
Yeah, soul.
Gray soul.
They want
right?
your soul. Gray soul, man.
You got a gray soul, man.
That's
Come on,
spirit,
man.
Hey, be hot or be. The Lord doesn't like a lukewarm spirit, right? Either you in this thing or you not. God comes up here, waffling and stuff. You lukewarm, he gonna spit you out.
Right.
As the scriptures say. Yeah, that gray area, he's just slowly that gradualism, slowly, gradually tightening and squeezing until you either gonna take that chip or you're not gonna take that chip. And hey, that's the trick bag that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua got is gonna have everybody in.
And that's a part of the enchantment, and that's why the Lord said it's evil communication, because that, again, it creates that what if or that maybe or this possibility or that, and it doesn't give you anything definite. Go ahead and read Isaiah 47:12, because that's a part of the enchantments of Babylon.
This is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 12. And it reads, stand now with thy enchantments,
right,
and with the multitude of thy sorceries.
Right, and that's a part of the multitude of his sorceries. Not giving you any definites. It's always a maybe, always, man. And that's the vibration on the world. They like to, shit, I might be there. Hell yeah, I might come through. I might be there. Oh, you say y'all gonna be? Oh shit, I might come through. Why you ain't come through, bro? Well, shit, I said I might come through. You know, I ain't say I was coming.
Right.
Go ahead.
Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Right, because that's been here since the inception of Babylon. Since 1776, you had Freemasons, George Washington, and all these other sorcerers. It's always been here. The Illuminati, 13 this, all of this, man. Go ahead.
If I may say real quick, that's why Babylon or America is not just only Babylon, it's the land of the Chaldeans too.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Because they did the same thing. You know, they had the enchantments and sorceries they put on Jake. You know, and Jake fell for it, and Esau know these things. That's why he used them against Jake.
Right.
Right? Because Jake fell for it before, they falling for it again.
Right.
You know?
And just like in Egypt, you had the version of the Chaldeans back then with Pharaoh and them. They can do some shit. They couldn't do what the Lord can do, but they can do some shit. Right. Same thing today. So these enchantments are real. Yeah. This shit works. You know? Go ahead. It ain't just they just make it up. No, this shit works. The shit that they doing, that shit works, bro. Cause we was in it. We all grew up being a part of that shit in the enchantments. You know? Go ahead.
God. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit.
Right. If it works, then you should be able to get out of this. Then Esau, go ahead.
If so be, thou mayest prevail.
Yeah, you'll get the victory. Yahushua, you'll be able to stop Yahushua if your enchantments are that powerful. Go ahead.
Verse 13.
Or stop the elect from waking up, but you couldn't do it. Go ahead.
Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy concealed counsel. Let now the astrologers and the strange stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Right. Let your warlocks, because you have Klaus Schwab of the World Economic Forum. He's a left-handed priest. He's a priest on the left-hand side. So this would be one of those councils right there. One of their prognosticators and astrologers. If Esau's enchantments can work, let Klaus Schwab and these guys save it. Let them stop what is, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua establishing the kingdom of heaven on this earth and putting you devils down in subjugation. Go ahead.
If I may say real quick, Dr. Fauci in Masonry is proving that he's a high priest in Masonry, man. You know, I don't know the terms for it, but you know, it's been proven, man. People see these things, man. You had the guy from the the Australian Idol. You remember that guy? He was talking about Dr. Fauci, man. All right. Anybody they put their hand in their pocket like this, you know what I'm saying? Or they got high rank, man. They're considered high priests and things of that sort, man.
Those are part of the enchantments too. The shit they be doing on TV and the way they had a little room set up and the way they be sitting and the background and the colors and the hand signals. And it's so subtle. That's what makes it witchcraft. Because it's right in your face and it's so subtle, but you never see it.
That's right.
Never see it. Never see it. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 13, thou art weary. Kind of already read it. Verse 14, behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. Right. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame.
And that was the point. So that's pretty much going into how these devils are about to get flamed up. The Lord gonna burn their asses. Right? Before he burned them, he gonna put their ass in 1,000-year slavery. You know, we're gonna get all our licks back. We're gonna be whooping Esau's ass, have his ass in his hot ass sun. We're gonna make the sun even more hotter than what it is now, and have his ass burning with his little thin ass, frail ass skin and body. Have him bitching have him begging, have him playing the victim like he always does, right? Whooping his ass, having him die, resurrecting his ass, putting him back to work, taking his kids from him, putting their ass in slavery, popping his wife if she looked good, if she looked decent enough, right? That's what's coming. What you got, Op?
This is the book of John, chapter 12 and verse 24.
Okay.
And this is going into how we're dead to this world. And the Lord will accept nothing less, man. If you don't die to this world, which is Babylon, this place right here is Babylon, America, which is America, then he's not going to have anything to do with you. This is John 12 and 24. Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. So if you don't die to this world, you're not going to be, the Lord can't grow you. He can't take you into that next level, which is the kingdom. You know, we're at the end of this thing, man. You gotta die to this place, man.
This place supposed to be dead to you.
That's
You know,
right.
it's in our eyes, it's flipped the other way. You people are dead, man.
Right.
All right, but in your eyes, you see us dead, man. And this place is supposed to be dead to you, man. When you come into this truth, when you come back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh, this place is dead, man.
And the signs are all here, man.
That's right.
I mean, you know, you can't say that didn't nobody come out here and warn you. You know, the signs are all here. If this ain't the end, then I don't know what, you know, you're definitely blinded. It reads, but if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. So you die to this place, you're gonna bring forth fruit. Lord, if you're in the scriptures, if you're in Yahweh Shai, why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Which that's the only way you can die to this place anyway. That's the only way you die to this world is being resurrected through the cross.
Right.
You know, and let me get a precept real quick to back that up. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 21. If so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahushua, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness.
That's right. We put off that old man. You know, the signs are all here. You know, if the Lord, if you can't see it, then the Lord clearly he's just not dealing with you. So, and I'm gonna finish here in John 12 and 25. He that loveth his life shall lose it. You love this life on this side over here, you're gonna lose it. The Lord's gonna burn you up, all right? He's gonna destroy you with these plagues, these pestilences, the famine, the destruction, the sword, the baby sword. He's gonna destroy you. And he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. You hear that? So you hate your life in this world, you're going to keep it eternally. How so? Through the kingdom. In the kingdom, man, eternally. Through Yahweh Shai. If any man serve me, let him follow me. Where I am, there shall also be servant. There shall also my servant be. Okay, let me read that again. John 12 and 26. If any man serve me, let him follow me. How you follow the Lord? You do what he tells you to do through these commandments. And where I am, there shall also my servant be. So you'll be walking in the Lord. The Lord's going to be with you. You're going to be with the Lord. You do his commandments. If any man serve me, him will my Father honor. You serve Yahweh Shai because there's only one way to get to the Most High, Yahweh, is through his Son. It reads, if any man serve me, him will my Father honor. So he's the advocate for the Israelites, for the elect, that 1/3. The only way that we can get to the Father is through the ultimate sacrifice, the Lamb, Yahweh Shai. All right?
If I may say real quick, this is how you know that, you know, the elect, they cast off this old man. Because really, man, the elect is gonna be willing to die for this truth, man.
Right.
Versus you niggas of the world that hasn't cast off that old man.
Right.
Really, hey man, we were once a part of that, man. But hey, the elect is not gonna be niggas, man.
Right.
All right. Hey, y'all gonna care about y'all life, man. You gonna have a nigga right in your face about to, cut your light off, cut your TV off right there, man.
Right.
All right. And you sitting there, you begging the man, I got kids, I got this and that. The elect not saying that, man. They got kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They willing to die for this truth, man.
Right.
You people ain't ready to die.
Right. A nigga
Right.
ain't wouldn't die for anything.
Right.
Right.
He wouldn't die for a damn thing, man. A nigga, if you get him scared enough, the nigga gonna conform.
That's
And
right.
that's why we gonna see. That's what we gonna see happen. That's why the Lord said, "Then shall it be known who am I chosen."
That's right.
Because the pressure is gonna get tighter and tighter on niggas. And now we gonna see. Okay, well, you said you was a god, right? The black man is God. Oh, what's some niggas name? 19 Keys and these type niggas. The black man is God and all this and shit. Well, okay. The God ain't finna submit, because what does our God say? Our God says he ain't gonna give his glory to another.
That's right.
He ain't gonna submit to another. He ain't gonna bow down to another. No. He says, I am and there is none else, man. You niggas are saying you are, but then you want to give reverence and respect to someone else, to your damn enemy.
Right.
After saying you was God, man. Well, why the hell you ain't doing shit?
Why y'all niggas ain't in power? Why
Right.
you niggas ain't in control of
Where your slaves at? You
Right.
don't own shit. You don't even own your damn house, man.
Right.
Oh, well, I do own my house. You don't own the land, right? And I just want to get
Okay.
that precept to back up what the brother was going into, man.
God, this is 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 10.
Yes, sir. Read
All
that
right,
down. A few verses. Go ahead. Should be a
Okay.
few verses. Yeah, read that down to about. Read that down to 14 or 15.
God. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 10.
Yep.
Always bearing about in the body, the dying of the Lord Yahweh Shai, that the life also of Yahweh Shai might be made manifest in our body.
Hey, and this all ties into what we've been talking about the last hour or so. Dying. You know, going through the tribulations because of the Lord, man. Following after the Lord. This is the way, walk ye in it. This is the straight gate, man.
That's right.
This is what we should rejoice in our sufferings, actually. We actually supposed to be rejoicing in our sufferings, and that's a foreign concept to this world.
Right.
That's foreign.
Because this world is carnal.
Yeah.
This world is carnal. If I may, brother.
What you got?
Romans 8 and 6.
Okay.
This is the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
And going back into the whole thing with the mind, the whole battle is in the mind.
Yep.
And so Esau has the minds of the world fixated on things that lead to death. That's why all these people gonna die. And through wisdom, we've accepted that and we cool with that. And so through wisdom, because wisdom is a preserving agent, it's like a preservative. Like in food, you put what they put, these little agents they put in
MSG.
food to preserve them. Right. The Lord has created us and gave us wisdom as a preservative for us. You see? Go ahead.
Verse 7, this is Romans 8 and 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. For it is not subject to the law of God, the Most High, neither indeed can be.
Right.
I'll read that one more time. Romans 8 and 7.
Right.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against God, the Most High.
Meaning it's against them. It's contrary. Go ahead.
For it is not subject to the law of the Most High.
Right.
Neither indeed can
And that's
be.
why a nigga in the church always say the law is over with, because he's in that mindset. With his mind, it can't be subject to the Most High. So of course a nigga like that gonna say the laws are done away with. We don't have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Jesus came, so we ain't got to do that no more. Go ahead.
So then, they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High.
Everything we do, it starts in the mind first. All right, the brain, it sends down signals by way of neurotransmitters. It sends these different signals into your through the nerves, and then the nerves communicate with the muscles to act. But it all starts in the brain, which is the mind. You know? And so the Lord has gave us a mind that's fashioned after his image. Hey man, this whole thing the lesson came all back around full circle, man. It's beautiful. Go ahead.
But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit.
Right. Hey, look at what we're doing. This is an act that's not in the flesh. This is an act of the spirit. It's a sacrifice. We're suffering. We're being patient. Right? We're listening. Right? Because when you listen to someone, that requires kind of an act of humility. When someone tell you to do something and you don't argue, you don't fight back, you just do it, it requires you being humble, right? But see, in this world, especially with the nigga woman, she always got something to say. People always got to act. Coming when you out here dealing with people and you telling them, they always got, well, but, nah, well, I don't think. It's always a back and forth tit for tat. Because they're not in the spirit. The flesh wants to argue. The flesh has to be right all the time, man. And we mortifying that shit, man. The hell with that shit, man. We don't know a damn thing. We ain't shit.
That's right. Which that's a salak, if I may say, which, you know, being in the flesh, you know, that's weak, man. That's very weak. That's very effeminate, and you being very emotional, man. All right, hey, they'll point at that right here. Yeah, you letting this talk instead of this.